So there's a few things that I wish I'd have known before I started to learn how to draw, like how much time and effort it takes, because if I'd have known that, then I probably wouldn't have even started in the first place. What an encouraging way to start off this video. So here I'm just doing some drawing in the sketchbook, and let's get right into the main subject of this video, which is the stuff that I wish I knew when I first started drawing, and there's quite a few things. Now obviously with this video I'm going to be taking quite a personal approach because I'll be able to talk from my own experiences and give you a bit more context behind things. And yeah, maybe some of you watching can relate to what it is that I'm talking about, and maybe it will help you out with your drawing progress, or maybe it can give you a bit of advice that you can make some use out of. But yeah, there are a few things that I wish I could have known earlier, or at least been aware of. If only I could get into a time machine, go back and give myself some advice. I would probably just give myself a bit more of a direction and stuff, but the first thing that I'd say is exactly what I said at the start of this video about how much time and effort it will take, because it's important to realise that learning any skill, even if it isn't drawing, will require a lot of practice. Now, I've always had an interest in drawing, and that's also important, and I think that's one of the most important things, to be really interested and passionate about what it is that you want to do, because that will keep you coming back and putting in a lot of practice, and that will help you get past the frustrations and the doubts which are inevitably going to be part of learning something new. Now as a kid, when I was learning how to draw, I would often get frustrated with my drawing, and I wasn't really drawing for the end product because I was just doing it for the enjoyment and because I had an interest in it, and that's all that really mattered back then. But as I started to progress and as I grew up a bit, I started to sort of analyse my own work and become quite critical of it. Like most people, I think it's natural to judge your own work and always pay too much attention to the things that are wrong with it, which isn't a bad thing because you need to be aware of the mistakes you are making in order to improve. But yeah, as a kid growing up, I was probably drawing quite a bit through school. I didn't draw as much then as I do now, which is weird because most people tend to slow down with the drawing as they grow up. Whereas I started to draw more frequently when I was done with school, and I started to be more serious about it. But when I was younger, I would often draw pictures of my favourite characters from games and movies. And I guess my main aim when drawing was to create a realistic reproduction of what it was that I was drawing, if that makes sense. So like back then, I thought that the closer a drawing looked to the subject I was working from, like a photograph for instance, then the better the drawing was. And that isn't a bad mindset if it is the style of drawing you are working towards. So I'd practice a lot of realistic drawing, and over time I improved, and I think it's good at an early stage to draw from reference because you're also learning how to observe and use the pencil. You become more comfortable and you can also compare your drawing to the photo, and you actually have something to compare it to, and it helps judge your overall progress. For instance, every time I created a drawing, I would look at the reference that I was working from and see how close my drawing was to looking like the reference, and that was me being able to judge the success of each drawing. And it's a style of drawing which I've sort of come away from now for numerous reasons, but back then I would do a lot of this kind of drawing, working from references and creating realistic drawings on paper. And I'd teach myself pretty much everything. I'd find out as much as I could on the internet, and I improved the most from actually doing the drawing. I mean, you can watch as many tutorials and read as many books as you like, but the only way you can improve is if you get the pencil on the paper and start practicing. And so eventually over time I improved and become more confident, and so I decided to start filming some drawing videos, and then I started up the YouTube channel. Wow, it really feels like I'm giving you a life story or something here, but just bear with me because this is the point where I'd probably get into that time machine and go back, because I think I'd have told myself to start looking at other aspects of drawing and work on my weaknesses a bit, alongside doing the realistic drawing, because I was just going all out on what it was that I was already good at and confident with, which isn't a bad thing, but you can't do this all of the time because you just won't evolve and learn. Now, seeing as I was setting up a YouTube channel, I wanted to make videos on a subject like realistic drawing because I was experienced with that, which is understandable. I felt like I had some valuable knowledge that I could pass on to people and maybe help some other people out who are also interested in doing the same thing. But yeah, I kind of wish that I'd have started to explore other areas of drawing a bit earlier, and you might be wondering what these other areas of drawing are. So what I'm talking about are the drawing fundamentals, and I didn't even know about these until it came to a point about 2 years ago when I was watching some videos, and I just heard about them, but most of you should be familiar with them. If you aren't, then I'll give you a brief overview here. Maybe I can do a full video on them, but most professional artists would recommend a beginner to start firstly by learning and getting an understanding of the basic aspects involved in drawing. So for example, there are a few of them. Things like proportion, form and construction, perspective, that's a big one, anatomy for drawing characters, composition, values, how colour works if you're interested in using colour. Some artists even break these down further and talk about line work and gesture, details, things like that, and the list can go on, and it can seem quite overwhelming at first. But all of these things will play their part in creating a successful drawing, and not all of them will apply to you. It really depends on what it is you are doing. For instance, I don't really know much about colour because I don't use it often. I mostly create pencil drawings, and so I've never felt the real need to go out and learn too much about it. But if I ever came to do a painting and I was required to use colour, the end result probably wouldn't be that good because I wouldn't have an understanding of how colour works, and so that's something that I might have to focus on and study in the future, because right now I'm limited in what I can do because of that. And something like colour is considered to be quite important when it comes to creating artwork and things, but at the minute I'm not too worried about it because I don't really involve it too much in the work that I create. I'm just focusing on other aspects and working on other fundamentals and my pencil drawings overall, and I think that's what you have to do. You sort of have to recognise which of these fundamentals will work best for you and what it is that you want to do, and then go ahead and learn them step by step and just sort of start from that point. So yeah, I'd probably go back in time and tell myself about these fundamentals and work out what it was that I wanted to do. And I honestly have no idea how I didn't hear about them until quite late, because I hear about them all the time now, and I think, to be honest, a lot of these fundamentals can come across to be quite boring to a young kid. For instance, many artists are studying anatomy and gaining an understanding of that stuff to improve their artwork, and if someone tried teaching me about that as a kid, I would probably be questioning its value, you know, like I'd rather just be drawing pictures of Spider-Man. And I mean, if someone would have told me that what I was learning in biology class could somewhat relate to drawing, then I think I'd be more interested. But that's just my personal opinion, and yeah, I could have done to have known about all of that stuff a bit earlier. And then there's books and online resources which I've come across over the last few years, which I wish I'd have had earlier because that stuff is really helpful, but that's probably just down to me not looking around enough, and there wasn't as much useful content on the internet like there is now either, but that's something we can all definitely take advantage of these days. In fact, as I'm thinking about this stuff, I'd probably go back in that time machine and tell myself to invest in Bitcoin so that by now I'd be a millionaire, and then I wouldn't have to worry about trying to support myself doing art for a living. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, I got to the point where I was pretty good at working from a reference image, creating realistic drawings, and I started to make videos on it. And eventually I wanted to start creating more original work. I had this real need to make something that came from myself, and I wanted to have the skills to be able to do that, and so eventually I started to work on other stuff, and like usual, the more I practiced, the more I improved. And what's important to realise is that there isn't an end point where you can say you have learnt enough. You are always learning. I've learnt a lot over the time that I've been drawing, and if I knew then what I know now, then I'd probably be in a better position earlier. But I suppose in some way you can't look back in retrospect, because if you are happy with where you are now with your work, or maybe you're not and maybe you're just getting there, then you've not done too bad, and perhaps this process you went through and still are going through, regardless of its ups and downs, was required to get to where you are today. And learning to draw is a never-ending process. So as this video comes to an end, remember to keep on drawing, be open to new ideas, learn as much as you can, and most importantly, have fun doing it. So there we go everyone, that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like because it helps me out. Subscribe with the notifications on to stay up to date. That's pretty much everything, so as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.